All right, so let's start Roe v. Wade. This is what happens when you vote for Republicans. I'm just saying. So, first card, Page of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. And the Death card. Ace of Cups, the World, the Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, Four of Wands. I have no idea even what that is. And the Moon. Okay. So, there is a constant effort by the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a work card. It's also a money card, but it's also a card to let you know that this is something that happens over and over again. You see like the sort of like the assembly line happening here. This is something that happens year after year, month after month, a constant challenge of Roe v. Wade. The Page of Pentacles is a card that basically says it's an emotional thing, first of all. Second, there is constant surprises. There are constant... It's a constant thing, period. That this is always a conversation every single month, every single year, simply because not the majority, but the loudest among us seem to always have a problem with somebody else not connected to them doing something that does not affect them, period, across the board, including abortion. If you don't want one, don't have one. If somebody else wants to have one, why does that affect you? It doesn't. This is the same with anything that has to do with women's rights, LGBT, equal pay. Like, these things don't affect you personally, but you feel the need to try to always change the game, change the rules for somebody else. So this is a constant thing. Constant emotional battle, constant surprises, constant news on an emotional level about something that has nothing to do with you. Now, like I said, if you don't want one, don't have one. But everybody who is pregnant should not be a mother. Everyone who wants to be a mother cannot get pregnant. So I get where everybody wants to stand. I get the religious side of it, that, you know, it's a baby. It's not like, there's a turnip growing in you. It's going to be a baby eventually. And the heartbeat thing. P.S. Pause on that. It's not a heartbeat. The cells in the womb create an electrical charge. The electrical charge is what tells the OBGYN that there is life happening. That this in particular thing will one day be a baby. There is no heartbeat. The baby doesn't have a heart. For it to be, it's an electrical charge. And so there's no heart, there's no arms, there's no legs, there's no none of that at 6 weeks. So that's the thing they're doing the heartbeat thing, but there is no heartbeat because there is no heart. There is no cardiovascular system at all. So anyway, the Four of Pentacles. Clinging and resistant to change. This is on both sides. The side that wants the abortion, or basically, you know what, I won't even say wants the abortion. They want you to stay out of their body. Like, can you do like mandatory vasectomies for people who don't pay child support? For men who don't pay child support? Can you do mandatory vasectomies for men who rape women? Now, I was going for the vasectomy route. I really wanted to go for like mutilation, but we'll go with vasectomy. Can we go mandatory vasectomy for men who don't pay child support and men who rape women? Can we do that? Can we go into your body since you want to go into theirs? Resistant to change on both sides. I don't want you taking away my rights. And then the other side is I want to control you completely. Because I think what you're doing is wrong. I think that. So therefore, I get to choose what it is you actually do and don't do. But there is a major change. This is in the past. And then you have the Ace of Cups. More emotion. This is not just emotion, but new emotions, because this is now a brand new fight. It's an old war with a new battle, basically. And so this is the crowning thought, is all the emotion that we have put into this and all of the investment that we have put into this on both sides, one trying to take away rights, one trying to keep them protected. Now, in the immediate future, you have the World card. The World card is the card of completion. So one part of this battle will be over. Not just the card of completion, but a card of a cycle. Not just a cycle, but a big picture. This tells you right now, there is no such thing as they anymore. T-H-E-Y. They. There is no more they. That they're coming to get them, or they're coming to get, well, how does that thing go? I don't even remember it completely, but I'll paraphrase. That they came for the Jews and I didn't object because I'm not Jewish. And then when they came for the Mexicans, I didn't object because I wasn't Mexican. When they came for me, there was no one to stand up for me because everyone was gone. So there is no more them, there is no more they. It's all us. This is the big picture. If they can take away women's rights, they can take away everybody else's. Because it's now easy to do. All you have to do is say, what you're doing, I don't agree with, therefore I can change it. So this is big picture. There is no more they. There is no more them. They're getting prosecuted. They're getting persecuted. It doesn't affect me, therefore I don't care. No. This is you. I don't care how old you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a man. I don't care if you're a woman, a boy, or girl. If they can take away women's rights to choose, they can take away your right to do anything else. That's how it starts. Even if it doesn't seem like that, that's what would happen, because somebody out there would protest hard enough to protect your rights too. That's what they all think. Big picture. Emotional investments. This could be you on the other side of that fence, looking out, hoping that someone will come back you up. Not save the day, because you can fight your own fight, but if you want someone to back you up, you have to look at the big picture. You are them. They are you. Knight of Cups in the fear position. That that this is not realized. This is why this is a fear. Because we got all these right now we're not in a legal fight for Roe v. Wade. Even Pat Robertson from the 700 Club, he said that he thinks it's too harsh because, you know, if a doctor performs an abortion, gets 99 years in jail and all that, prison. And he said it was harsh because they couldn't win this at the Supreme Court. So right now, we're dealing with emotions. You got the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups. So we're dealing with a lot of emotions. The Moon card is also an emotional card. So we're dealing with a lot of emotion because that's where we are right now. And so the rallying of the troops and the person who comes in sort of as the herald is not really, or the herald of change or the herald of protection, is not really here yet. And so I think with the new administration, Roe v. Wade will be protected. Right now, it's just under attack. Like I said, we're in a new battle of an old war. It will be protected, I believe. I don't know that yet, but we'll keep going. Just remember big picture. This is not just them, it is also you. Here's the fighting and the environment. This is all the bickering and, of course, the back and forth that we're having in this country. And another pause. I have to pause again. Because this one, I will say personally, is a chip on my own shoulder because, like, I went to school with a young girl. She was 16, something like that, 16, 15, something, who was there at school one day and then not at school the next day, not because she was pregnant, because she had already had the baby. She shook the baby to death because the baby wouldn't stop crying. So everyone is not equipped to be a mother, a father. If there is a situation that arises and you know this in particular person cannot handle it, either make the adoption laws easier or you let this person decide what they want to do with their own pregnancy. Because you can't claim to be a Christian nation and then only care about the baby when it's born, not when it's here. You're pro-birth, not pro-life. You don't want people to be on food stamps, but you want them to have the babies. And if you're such a Christian nation, you know, I'm just going to keep going because I'm about to start going into something else. So there's the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands in the hopes position is that the government itself, not necessarily the Supreme Court, but I'm going to say new administration, because we know Donald Trump is not the one. He will not be the herald of change for this in particular, not in a good way anyway, for this in particular issue. So the hopes is that the new administration, the new upcoming administration, once Donald Trump is gone, will protect Roe v. Wade. But we don't know. I get the moon. Now, the moon is not just a card of mystery, but it's a card of these still waters running very deep. There are issues here that have nothing to do with abortion. Like I said, because these are the two future cards. You have to keep an eye on the bigger picture. Not just that they want to take away the right to have an abortion. They're trying to roll back women's rights, period. This is a bigger picture. It's not just abortion. Someone in my family who is on birth control is not on birth control to not have a baby. They're on birth control because it helps with their menstrual. Because they have severe menstrual cramps that incapacitate them. So these in particular birth control pills help with those cramps. Bigger picture. They don't want people to have birth control at all. So keep an eye on the bigger picture. Rolling back women's rights. Refusing to sign the Lilly Ledbetter Act told me what I needed to know when they said that women shouldn't have equal pay. Now, let me also say this. I believe a right in, I'm pro-choice. I used to be sort of in the middle a long time ago because I'm like, well, it is a baby, but it's not mine, so why the hell do I care? But I'm pro-choice because, again, it doesn't affect me. Do what you want to do. If that's not, if you are pregnant and you feel as though you cannot handle this, do what you need to do. Period. Like, end of discussion. That's not even my what. So anyway, so that's my opinion. Now you can put whatever you want to down in the comment section, all your opinion. I don't care. Let me just say this for the record. I don't debate people on my opinion. I don't debate people on what I say. Because what I say is what I say, and I put it out there. Make your own video refuting all my points if you want to. I don't really care. But keep an eye on the bigger picture, because this is a lot deeper than just abortion. Roe v. Wade was a lot deeper than just abortion. Women's rights, period. So, will it be protected? So we have 8 of Swords, which is powerless. The Emperor. And then juggling. Because again, like I said, this is going to be a constant fight. This is something that's going to happen month after month, year after year. Because the presidential election gets a lot of attention, obviously, for obvious reasons. But your local elections are the most important, if you ask me. This didn't happen nationwide. It happened in 2 states. So, or 3 states, something like that. Happened in Alabama, and then they're trying to happen in Georgia and Ohio. So, that is really where we need to focus, is them local elections. The Hermit, searching for answers, isolation. 8 of Wands, there's your communication and your sort of your quick energy. I'm not going to go with quick energy. I'm going to go with more so of the communication. And then the Supreme Court. So this will go and go. There is disappointing news. Regrets. The 6 of Cups. So we're getting closer. I don't know what the Queen of Pentacles is. Probably just a reliability. Because it will go to Supreme Court. 8 of Cups is an abandonment. King of Cups. And the 9 of Cups. Ten, 9, Hangman. It will go to Supreme Court and it will stay there for a long time, but it doesn't look promising. Because you got the hangman. It should be, you know, like, duh, this is women's rights. So what is there to think about? Strength, 4 of swords, 5 of swords. I think, unfortunately, the real injustice, not real injustice, but one of the major injustices happened when Obama's Supreme Court pick was taken from him, because those are the ones that I see right now causing the most damage. So Roe v. Wade is in trouble. As of right now, we will revisit this, of course, once it hits the Supreme Court, but as of right now, it is in trouble. Local elections, pay very close attention to them when they come up.